potential. Saket ji can help you, guide you in the right direction. Of course, if you are looking a career in finance, business, health, children, immigration, relationship, any of these problems, issues, concerns, you can always reach out. Of course, through the combined power of astrology and numerology, he can guide you to live a better life, get successful happiness, and fulfill your dreams. Yes, मेरे को भी अपने ड्रीम को करना है साकार और मैं नमस्कार कहता हूँ, वेलकम करता हूँ, एंड ये कहता हूँ नमस्कार, केम छो, वनकम, बगोनारा, केमनाचिन, कसकाय, अस्सलाम वालेकुम, सत श्री अकाल to all the listeners of Radio Zindagi on 5:40 a.m., 1310 a.m., 96.7 FM. How are you, Saket ji? कैसे हैं आप?
Doing very well, Kulraj. Thank you for the introduction. It's always a pleasure to meet you, to be here, to talk to our listeners. It's hopefully another good show where we can educate the listeners on what is happening in life, why things happen the way they happen, why you should still be optimistic, and good times are always there to come.
गुड टाइम्स लाइफ में कम होते हैं और बैड टाइम्स आई थिंक थोड़े ज्यादा होते हैं. बट अगेन विद योर गाइडेंस एंड विद योर हेल्प we can improve the quality of life. We can have comfort life and be more successful. And I think अगर इंसान को मतलब जो उसके लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम्स आने वाले हैं, if he knows beforehand, I think he can definitely get in the right direction. अगर ट्रैफिक ज्यादा होने वाला है तो हट जाए लाइन से और किसी और तरफ चला जाए.
So, in astrology, there is a very fine balance. 12 घर हैं और 9 planets हैं, correct?
बिल्कुल.
12 घरों में से the first house is good, second is good, fourth is good, seventh is good, ninth is good, 11th and 10th are good, making 60% good. And जो planets है उसमें से भी 60% अच्छा है. The reason I'm saying this is because you said बुरे टाइम थोड़े ज्यादा होते हैं. Actually अच्छे टाइम ज्यादा होते हैं, but बुरे टाइम, that's what we remember. We tend to forget
Yes,
the
so
good
true,
things.
so true.
All the good things that happen to us, we tend to forget. And all the bad things, we tend to remember for infinity because we just feel bad. किसी ने ठीक कहा था, if you find $100 bill, it will make you happy. But at the same time, if you were to lose $10, you tend to remember that more often than getting the 100, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, with that, we will start our show. Last week, we discussed job loss. We will continue that. I
Mm-hmm.
think this is a very important topic for all the listeners. Um, I am getting inundated with so many phone calls of people who have lost their job. Standard question is, what will happen to us? Will we have our job? Will we get another job? Do we have to go back to India? Can we make our mortgage payments? There's so much going on, right?
It's like kind of a situation where you feel so insecure because बच्चों ने अभी स्कूल खोल गए तो बच्चे स्कूल जा रहे हैं. आपकी वीजा की सिचुएशन है, जॉब की सिचुएशन है, एंड आई थिंक it's very difficult because on your visa your wife is working, and she has to also, like, perhaps lose her job. It's a lot of issues, very uncertain situation हो जाती है लाइफ के अंदर.
See, everybody has, I wouldn't say everybody, but many people have gone through this, right? Do you agree?
Yes,
You
totally.
cannot you cannot prepare for this. It happens. But हमने last time कहा था, we see a general pattern. जितने लोग आ रहे हैं who have lost their job, we see a pattern. Those people who have family issues, we see a pattern. Those people who are trying to grow businesses, we see a pattern. So let's go over what we discussed last week. हमने पिछले
Okay.
हफ्ते कहा था, you asked a question, can astrology predict job loss? And I said, astrology can almost predict everything in your life. It is the
Mm-hmm.
astrologer who has to be accurate.
Mm-hmm.
When you will have a child, when you'll get married, when you'll start a business, what career you'll do. Everything is tied to astrology. It's the planets.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes losing a job is not as bad as you think because you start thinking outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
You'll say, I used to work in a company. I lost my job. Maybe I should start something. हाल ही में just Friday, I had an individual who lost his job at Intel. You know, Intel is laying off 18,000 people, right?
Oh my God.
So he lost his job and he actually came in and said, it's a good thing for me because my wife has started a daycare. And one of the things I was not doing is giving time to that daycare. And we looked at his chart and said, actually, it makes sense. Daycare is the right thing for you to do. I personally believe he's going to do phenomenally well in daycare. He's probably going to make 4 to 5 times what he used to make working for Intel doing a daycare. And this is nice because it gives you opportunities to think. Na? देखो, live तो करना है. You have to make money. You
Mm-hmm.
have to earn your livelihood. How will you do that if you do something different? So, astrology can predict job loss. Yes, we see a very common pattern in people who have lost their job.
Mm-hmm.
Primarily, dasha is important, transits are important, house and their lords are also important. और हमने कोई remedies बताई थी which we will cover in detail.
Mm-hmm.
You, you also asked me what are transits, and I said you were born in India or wherever you were, but today planets are in different houses.
Mm-hmm.
Most people who are losing jobs, we are seeing a big influence on the 10th house. Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, or 10th house Lord is being impacted some way or the other in
Mm-hmm.
your Kundali, whether it is Dasha or transit. I also explained how Rahu and Ketu will change your life for good or for worse. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
हमने दशा अंतरदशा डिटेल में डिस्क्राइब किया है. So those are things we did, and today we will go further. We will talk more stuff. Okay.
You
So
know,
that was
tell our listeners about the 10th house and the house Lord, their impact in career growth and job loss.
every house in astrology has a specific purpose. First house is you. Second house is your money. Seventh house is business, partnership, and marriage. Same way, the 10th house is all about career. When you come to an astrologer and say, what is the right career for me? How successful will I be in my life?
Mm-hmm.
It is all based on 10th house. So remember, the 10th house and the 10th house lord are most important and critical houses when we study your career and profession. If
Mm-hmm.
listeners call on the show today and ask about job, we are going to focus on 10th house and 10th house lord. Literally, that's it. The 10th house is career, profession, ownership. अगर इस पे negative aspects हैं, then you will have potential issues related with your job. Correct? If you have
Mm-hmm.
positive aspects, then it will help your job. So let's understand 10th house in detail. 10th house is public image. It is called Karam Bhava. What profession you will choose, how high you will go in that profession, the social status you will have, the public image you will have. This is all from 10th house. Some people do well in life but are still not liked by others. That is because of an affliction on the 10th house. Some people make very good leaders. This is again 10th house. It is the house of power, authority, leadership, recognition. It is the house which gives you career success. आपकी लाइफ के गोल्स क्या हैं? What do you want to achieve? It is again related to 10th house. It will also tell us how dedicated you are to your life, your career. Some people complain, I am not able to get there. Look at your 10th house and see how hard you can work. So, we like good aspects. Aspects means drishti, other planets looking at your 10th house. When there are bad aspects on the 10th house, then it can cause job instability. If there is also a negative aspect on the 10th house lord, then definitely he's going to make it worse for you. So, if your 10th house is weak, which means the 10th house lord is weak, debilitated, or combust, asthe, there are some bad planets that are sitting there, then it will lead to job instability, difficulties in finding the suitable employment you want in life. अगर उसमें राहु बैठ जाता है then you will change your careers in unrelated fields. You can be a nurse and suddenly you're going to start your franchise in food. Then suddenly you could quit and you could, start a daycare. Something like that. If the 10th house is bad, you'll have lack of recognition. People don't appreciate you for who you are. People don't recognize your true worth. And 10th house lord will also cause ethical challenges, conflict with superiors. Bosses are always troubling you. This is when you have bad aspects. But if you have bad planets sitting there, then it could be worse. For example, Saturn. Saturn will make long term. Saturn, Pulraj, is a planet of stress, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shani. अगर 10th house में शनि बैठता है, then he gives you long term success and discipline, but he will cause delays. Sometimes he gives you too much responsibilities, and you will have a slow rise in career. You will have to work harder than most people to achieve success. राहु तो हमने पहले ही कह दिया कि राहु is there, you will cause sudden changes in career. But if
Mm-hmm.
Ketu is there, you will always be dissatisfied with your work. Almost always. Detachment from work, no desire to change your profession, unexpected loss in material success. This was bad planets. Now, if there are bad aspects from bad planets, then like Mars, Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, again, they will bring conflict, aggression, delays, setback, confusion, all in your career. So, ये जो है, these planets, they will slow down career progression. Na? Imagine if you have conflicts with your superior, you will have issues at your work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you will have difficulty leading leadership positions. What we don't really like is when you have a combust 10th house lord. Combust matlab the planet is sitting very close to the sun.
Mm-hmm.
If you look up at the sun, you can't see that planet. No? So if that planet cannot be seen, he's combust. He doesn't have the strength.
Mm-hmm.
Combustion does not cause any issues in money, but causes you other issues like reduced power, no influence and career, changes, frequent changes in job, authority, and recognition.
Mm-hmm.
तो ये काफी काफी complicated topic है. There is a lot we have to study just to understand what is going on in your chart, what is going on in your kundali, so we can give you the right guidance. And
I think it's,
finally,
I think
yes,
it's very important for our all our listeners and viewers of watching us on Facebook. You can like and share this information with your family and friends. And at this time, I just want to remind all of you, if you would like to speak to Dr. Saket Bhatia, अगर तो आप उनके ऑफिस फोन करेंगे तो आपको लाइन में लगना पड़ेगा, अपॉइंटमेंट लेनी पड़ेगी, बट राइट नाउ यू डोंट हैव टू डू दैट. He is available right at this moment, and if you can get through, you can call this number 732-668-3726. That is 732-668-3726. I repeat, 732-668-3726 is the number, and you can ask him a question. We need a name, we need a date of birth, place of birth, and time of birth. So you should have all that ready: time, place, and your name, and where you were born. So you can talk to Dr. Saket Bhatia. You can ask him one question only. It could be regarding your job or any other concerns or any other issues, regarding your life. And I can just tell you one thing, that Dr. Saket Bhatia has been helping so many of you out there, and his knowledge and experience can really help you. After the show, you can reach him at 408-639-5300, 408-639-5300. His website is saketbhatia.com, and you can email info@saketbhatia.com. I will repeat the number in the studios for you to talk to him at this time right now. That is 732-668-3726. 732-668-3726. Yes, doctor.
so this is what we're trying to say, that you have to make sure that your 10th house lord is all very strong. Many people call me. I get calls every day. When will I get a job? Why did I lose my job? What is the right career for me? Should I not work again and should I just start my own business? These are important questions.
Mhm.
You should address them quickly. You should not wait another 3 months. What sense does it make, tell me, to keep finding a job, applying to 20 different companies a day when your life path is saying you should not be doing that?
Mhm. That's so true. Mhm.
उसका sense क्या है?
Mhm.
Why don't you do what you're passionate about and see if your birth chart supports what you really want to do? If you don't know what you want to do, that's fine. Sit and let's discuss and figure out what is it the planets are telling you, so you should do what your heart desires. Because
Mhm.
अगर आप अपने दिल की बात मानोगे, you're going to be successful, right?
I totally agree on that. So important that your instinct. But if you have the support and help of somebody like you, Dr. Saket Bhatia, I think it can really help you. Okay, right time pe right cheese. Mera jo next question I want to ask you: how would we reduce the negative impact of the 10th house Lord and the 10th house?
So we were discussing ना कि 10th house अगर इसका lord is placed in a bad house like 6, 8 or 12,
Mhm.
then you will have challenges. अगर 10th house lord 6th में बैठा है, you might you might have sudden job loss, you might have litigation issues at work. 8th में बैठा है तो definitely career break के chances हैं. 12th में है तो you may lose your job or you may be forced to relocate. So how do we make the 10th house and the 10th house lord stronger? देखिए, making the 10th house strong is not easy. It is hard. 10th
Mhm.
house lord को strong करना easier होता है. Does that make sense? 10th
Mhm.
house lord is one planet. We can see which planet that is. If that is a good planet, we can do some remedies for it. You always talk about gemstones. That is a brilliant remedy for 10th house lord. Very brilliant. And it works. But अगर 10th house को strong करना है, we have to see which good planets are looking at it, which bad planets are looking at it.
Mhm.
And we have to make sure we mitigate the effect of the bad planets and increase the strength of the good planets. So,
Mhm.
how do we mitigate, reduce the strength of bad planets? Mantra होते हैं.
Mhm.
Specific mantras are chanted so that we can reduce the strength of bad planets. Then we have to say, okay, कौन सा gemstone लगेगा या which charitable activity you can do so we can increase the strength of the 10th of the good planet, correct?
Mhm.
Next, you have to make changes in your life also to make your planet strong. You must choose the right career path. Understand कि जो 10th house lord है and the 10th house influence, he guides you into choosing a career path that needs to align with your strength, your desire. So you minimize the impact of that affliction. This is a time consuming process. It can take an hour to two just to figure out how to do this. 10th house is very critical in shaping your career. If you're trying to start a business, a company, 10th house. You want to make a lot of money, 10th house. Negative aspects to this house will lead to job related stress, job related issues. So, remedies are let's make 10th house Lord strong and let's make 10th house strong. They're two different things. I'm explaining again. 10th house Lord के लिए gemstones were great. 10th house के लिए mantra, charity, gemstones, and lifestyle change. Go out, meet more people. Go out, network more, and tell us what you want to do in life. Correct?
That is so important. I remember last time you said that, you got to be in the right company or be in the right society to connect with the right people if you want to grow.
You have to, na? Because if you even if you let's say you want to do everything yourself, good, but still you're going to need to hire people, na, to
Mhm.
grow. Right? The one thing that this planet has is people, lots of people. And why don't we use that to our advantage? Why don't we get the right people, the good people, so we can all work together?
Folks, if you just joined us, you can talk to Dr. Saket Bhatia right now. You can call him at 732-668-3726. 732 732-668-3726 is the number in the studio. 732-668-3726. And we were discussing about the remedies. Since we're discussing remedies, what are some remedies you propose of career stability?
Remedies work. Remedies are very powerful. It's like you go to a doctor, you do a blood test, and doctor says everything is good, but he will still suggest continue exercising, continue eating a healthy meal, continue your diet. Do you agree? He has to recommend that. Na? He won't tell you jo kar rahe ho karte jao. He'll say improve. There's always room for improvement. Same way, remedies are important, especially for career stability. So we suggest Vedic remedies. Astrology में मंत्र होते हैं. There are certain rituals. I'll explain some in details and gemstones. These
Mhm.
are three most common and most powerful remedies to bring stability into your career, right?
That is
So,
Vedic gemstones, and third one was
mantra, gemstones, and lots of charity you can do.
charity. Okay.
Charities, but जब charity भी करते हो, why don't you identify the day and the cause of the charity? You want to do for children, that's Mercury. You want to do for religion, that is
Oh,
Jupiter.
I didn't know about that. See?
Yes, it's always nice to understand who you need to. If you are going to donate to widows, it is a different planet. If you're going to donate to blind people, it's a different planet. You have to understand that agar aap kar hi rahe ho, why don't you do it on the right day? So at least it works better for you.
That is
If
so
you go,
interesting. That's so
if you have,
interesting.
if you ever go to a religious place, you will find lots of religious books. They are left there. People donate religious books on Thursdays for Jupiter.
Hmm.
People donate children's books on a certain day, Wednesday, for Mercury. Different. So, what are remedies that we can do? For example, let's talk about mantras, right? शनि के मंत्र होते हैं, correct?
Yep.
शनि का एक शनि मंत्र होता है. That is a very powerful mantra. It protects you against obstacles. Especially जब साढ़ सती चल रहा है और there is an unforeseen Saturn transit. We tell people to give the Shani mantra. You chant it 108 times, works very well. वैसे ही राहु का मंत्र भी होता है. But let's say you cannot do the Saturn mantra. Then you can always pray to another god. Same way, अगर राहु का मंत्र आप नहीं कर सकते, you can always pray to Durga. Right? स- वैसे केतु भी होता है. केतु तो ऑब्स्टिकल ज्यादा देते हैं. If you cannot do the केतु मंत्र, then we say गणेश मंत्र कर लो. It's an alternative.
Hmm.
Right? Ketu will cause detachment and job loss.
Hmm.
Mars की रेमेडी क्या है? मार्स के तो मंत्र होता है. It's called मंगल मंत्र.
Hmm.
If you don't want to do that, the best thing to do is Hanuman Chalisa.
Hmm.
Mars also causes aggression at work, instability at work. फिर रिचुअल्स भी कर सकते हो आप. शनि पूजा कर सकते हैं. One of the good things to do is on a Saturday, offer black sesame seeds, mustard oil,
Hmm.
black cloth to Shani Dev. This has known to help alleviate Saturn's hard effects. It brings career stability.
Hmm.
Visit a Shani temple. Light a mustard oil diya. This will reduce obstacles and actually bring you some professional growth. आपने सुना होगा नवग्रह की पूजा भी होती है.
Yeah, Nagra ki puja. Yes, yes, yes.
These are all the nine planets: Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Venus, Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu. ये सबके लिए होता है. This brings overall harmony to your life, especially to your career. It is
Hmm.
beneficial. ये अच्छा होता है when there are many planets that are causing disturbance. For example, you have Sartsati going on, so शनि भारी है. एंड अगर आपकी दशा राहु या केतु की चल रही है तो दो नेगेटिव प्लैनेट हो गए. अगर आपका जो लॉर्ड है, he is placed in a house which belongs to Mars or he is aspected by another negative planet, then we know Navgrah ki puja karni chahiye. Another time you should do it is if you have Kal Sarp Yoga. Kal Sarp dosh jo hota hai, Rahu and Ketu will start creating havoc in your career life if you have this thing.
Mhm.
And then there is always Hanuman Puja. Hanuman Chalisa recite karte hain. Okay. And last, gemstones. I want to tell people what gemstones they can wear for certain benefits in their life. Blue sapphire जो नीलम होता है, it is to be worn on the middle finger of your right hand. It brings strength to Saturn. It brings discipline, brings stability.
Mhm.
But this is one of the most powerful gemstones in astrology. So wear it very carefully. अगर Saturn आपके career को देख रहा है, and you end up wearing the stone, it will only cause more destruction for you, right?
Yep.
Then
Folks, if you
Rahu.
just joined us, you can call us if you want in the studio, 732 668 3726. 732 668 3726. To speak to Dr. Saket Bhatia live right now, and he's here till 4 p.m. And we are talking about career and job loss situations. And if you have any other issues in life, and if you want to consult with him, you can do it absolutely no obligation. You can call the number 732 668 3726. Yes, doctor.
We were talking about gemstones, blue sapphire. Rahu के लिए wear a gomed, Essonite. It can reduce anxiety, confusion, and sudden changes which come into your career life. This should be worn on the middle finger of your right hand. ये तो के लिए cat's eye होती है. It will protect you against the damaging, disruptive force of Ketu. It brings clarity, focus, and protects you from sudden setbacks. ये
Mhm.
पहनते हैं हम ring finger of right hand. Unga, red coral, for people who have weak Mars. This will strengthen your Mars. It brings courage, assertiveness, and ability to face challenges in your career. We wear this on the ring finger of the right hand. Emerald or panna. This is for communication skills, intellectual abilities, decision making. Worn on the little finger of the right hand. Pearl, which is emotional stability, happiness, fulfillment, satisfaction at work. That is for moon. We wear it in silver on the little finger of the right hand. Then there is yellow sapphire, which is the gemstone for Jupiter, wisdom, growth, prosperity, fulfillment. We wear this on the index finger of the right hand. Ruby, which is again to be worn on the right, on the ring finger of right hand, is for when you want to start your own business, you want to grow, you want to take leadership role, wear a ruby. And finally, there are some additional remedies like charity donation जो कहते हैं हम. अपना planet identify कीजिए. Who is the Lord? Identify that Lord and make that Lord strong. It will help. It has to help. It always helps. Then figure out which is the good aspect on your 10th house, which is the bad aspect, and we play so we make the good aspect stronger and bad aspect weaker. ये remedies है. When performed with devotion and sincerity, they will help decrease the bad effect of planets, and they will bring stability, success, and prosperity in your life. Again, consult with a good astrologer who can implement these remedies for you. Because ये सारे आपकी birth chart पे influenced हैं. A short call with an astrologer will only help you. It will be beneficial for you. You will be surprised कितना अच्छा होता है, right?
Bilkul, absolutely. I totally agree. And folks, and Dr. Saket Bhatia, you can always reach him right now if you want to speak to him. If you have any other questions or situation regarding your business life or your job situation, you can reach us at 732 668 3726. 732 6683726. And after the show, you can reach Dr. Saket Bhatia at 408-639-5300. That is 408-639-5300. The website is www.saketbhatia.com. And of course, you can send an email if you want to speak to him, info@saketbhatia.com. आप सुन रहे हैं रेडियो जिंदगी मैं हूं कुलराज and of course we are live with Dr. Saket Bhatia. My next question, doctor, to you is what role do nakshatras play in career growth and job loss?
पहले नक्षत्र होते क्या है? You understand what नक्षत्र is?
No, I don't.
आपने सुना तो है नक्षत्र क्या होता है?
सुना है कि नक्षत्र, yes.
What do you think नक्षत्र is? Any clue? No.
Nakshatra means some kind of planets.
No. Not at all. It has nothing to do with planet.
Okay.
देखिए जब आप पैदा होते हो, when you're born, your moon is sitting in a certain constellation. The moon goes around the earth, right? 360 degrees. Correct?
Uh-huh.
We divide this 360 degrees into 27 nakshatras.
Oh.
Okay, so each nakshatra is 30, is actually, what is the right word? Uh, they have a certain degree associated with them, right?
Okay.
For example, each nakshatra is 13.33 degrees. Nakshatra ka meaning simply means dominion over night. It comes from two words. Nak, which means night,
Mhm.
Shatra, which means domination. So, how controls your night? आपका जो moon है, he must be placed in one of those nakshatras when you were born.
Mhm.
And that nakshatra becomes very important because it influences your life from birth. It gives you your personality. Easy as that. अगर planet अपने ही नक्षत्र में बैठा है, it makes the planet stronger. Okay. So remember, nakshatra just means where your moon was when you were born. Now, how does that help you? Nakshatra will shape your personality, and your personality will shape what you want to achieve in life, what you want to do in life, correct?
Mhm.
So now let's understand कि नक्षत्र कैसे help करते हैं. First, characteristics of nakshatra. Each nakshatra has a personality of its own, which you will then inherit. Some nakshatras will tell you be more creative. Some will tell you be more relaxed. Some will say be more leadership roles. Some will say take supportive roles. Nakshatras will influence your skills, your abilities that you have in life. For example, a nakshatra which is connected with intelligence and communication will be better if in teaching, writing, and business. Right?
Mhm.
Nakshatras have certain affinity to a type of work. अगर आपका birth हुआ है अश्विनी नक्षत्र में, right? Ashwini Nakshatra means you have lots of energy and pioneering qualities. What is this good for? Entrepreneurship and fields in which you have to make quick decisions. अभी ऐसे लोगों को अगर आपने छोटी सी फील्ड में डाल दिया where they don't make decision, they're going to be unhappy. Nakshatra not only influences your professional success, but also personal fulfillment in life. It makes sure आप right career choose करो. Choosing a career which aligns with your nakshatra will lead to greater success, will lead to greater fulfillment, will lead to more happiness. I know this is a very different topic. हमने कभी नक्षत्र की बात नहीं की है, right?
नहीं, आपने जब मुझसे पूछा कि नक्षत्र क्या होते हैं तो आई कुड नॉट फिगर आउट बट या इट मेक्स सो मच सेंस या
So just think, you have a circle around the earth where the moon is going. Now you divide this circle into 13 degrees and 20 minutes each. Each of these is one nakshatra. 27 nakshatras hai. Based on which nakshatra you were born, we can tell you what is the right profession for you, what difficulties you will have in life, what challenges you will have. That's easy as that. Correct?
हाँ जी।
No difficulty. Now the question you'll probably ask is, हमें पता है नक्षत्र क्या है? How do you enhance the nakshatra so you don't have challenges in life, right?
हम्म,
ये next question हो सकता है. तो we'll answer this in in a very simple to understand way for all the listeners because हम यहाँ we're not trying to teach you what astrology, how to become an astrologer. We're trying to tell you how you can improve your life, correct?
एब्सोल्युटली टोटली एग्री।
हम थोड़े से इंट्रोडक्शन करते हैं कि नक्षत्र क्या है and then we'll tell you how you can improve them. We've already said दशा, ट्रांजिट्स, हमने
एक
10th हाउस लॉर्ड की भी बात
कॉल
करी.
कॉल लेते हैं एंड यू आर लाइव विद डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया।
हाँ जी, नमस्ते कुलराज जी।
नमस्कार, यू आर लाइव विद डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया। अपना रेडियो का वॉल्यूम थोड़ा कम कर लें।
के बारे में पूछना चाहता हूँ कि
ओके.
पिछले डॉक्टर साहब से बात हुई थी, उन्होंने बताया कि मेरे बेटे का नाम गोपाल उपल है, उसका
ओके.
डेट ऑफ बर्थ है जून 13, 1998 है। He born 10:59 p.m.
गो
in
लिटिल
New
स्लो,
York.
गो लिटिल स्लो, थोड़ा डेटा एंटर करने में टाइम जाता है. सो ही इज बोर्न इन न्यूयॉर्क सिटी.
Yes.
एंड व्हाट इज हिज 10:59, so 22:59 and time, date of birth
June 13, 1998.
June 13, 1998. Okay.
हाँ जी, आपसे पिछली बार बात हुई थी तो आपने बताया था कि इसका राहु जो है 28 जून तक रहेगा इसकी इसकी कुंडली में। तो ऐसे में इसकी सर्जरी करनी ठीक रहेगी, जो इसका यूट्रस सेक्टर है।
मैं तो लास्ट टाइम भी कहा था, आई एम लुकिंग एट हिज कुंडली राइट नाउ, ही नीड्स टू डू सर्जरी सून. अभी राहु सन की दशा स्टार्ट होगी दिसंबर 2024 में. राहु एंड राहु और जो सन है और इनकी कुंडली में, give me 1 second, let me refresh again. राहु सन के बाद राहु मून आता है, जिसमें सर्जरी नहीं करो. राहु सन में भी सर्जरी रेकमेंडेड है, नहीं की जाए, बिकॉज इस कुंडली में सन इज नॉट अ गुड प्लेनेट, ही इज अ बैड प्लेनेट फॉर दिस कुंडली. माय सजेशन, अभी राहु वीनस की दशा चल रही है, वो अच्छी दशा है, कर लो. लक की दशा है, स्टेबिलिटी की है, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. अब इसके बीच में जो अंतर दशा चल रही है, वो राहु वीनस मर्क्यूरी की है. कर लो आप. मर्क्यूरी छठे घर में बैठा है, अपने ही घर में बैठा है, खराब नहीं करेगा. मर्क्यूरी अच्छा रिजल्ट देगा आपको.
तो लेकिन डॉक्टर साहब इसकी सद्बुद्धि नहीं, ये कोई बात मानता नहीं है, बहुत जिद्दी स्वभाव का। तो ऐसे में ऑपरेशन किए, जब तक ये मानेगा नहीं तो मैं तो कहता हूँ ऑपरेशन कर लो। आपकी बात मान के मैंने उसे बताया था, पहले आप ऑपरेशन कर लो, आपका ऑपरेशन सक्सेस हो जाएगा। वो मुझको उल्टा क्रॉस एग्जामिन कहता है कि ये अपना आप गारंटी दो कि अगर ऑपरेशन सक्सेस नहीं हुआ तो आप जिम्मेदार हो। तो मैं चुप हो गया आगे से। तो उसको सद्बुद्धि नहीं है, बहुत जिद करता है।
आप ऐसा करो, आप ऑपरेशन करा लो, देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम. दशा अच्छी है, देयर इज नो इश्यू इन दिस कुंडली. व्हाई आर यू नॉट डूइंग इट?
नहीं नहीं, मैं तो डॉक्टर साहब बिल्कुल आपकी बात सुन के तैयार हूँ, मुझे पूरा आपके ऊपर 100% विश्वास है। लेकिन ये ऑपरेशन ये जब डॉक्टर सर्जन के पास जाता है तो वो इसकी मंजूरी चाहिए ना। जब तक ये मंजूरी हाँ नहीं करेगा उनके सामने, तो सर्जिकली कैसे मान के ऑपरेट करेंगे?
सी, विदाउट सर्जरी देयर इज नो ऑप्शन, ही हैज टू डू इट. अगर अब करोगे बेटर है. अगर इफ यू वेट टिल अक्टूबर 23rd देन दशा स्टार्ट्स गेटिंग बैड. अगर आज के बाद दिसंबर की वेट किया, फिर तो दशा और भी खराब है आपके लिए. अगर दिसंबर में नहीं किया, देन यू हैव टू वेट टिल नवंबर 2025. व्हाट सेंस डज इट
आप
मेक?
अपने बेटे को बोलो कि इनको फोन करे, आप कंसल्ट करो इनको, और मतलब
एग्जैक्टली.
फोन ऑफिस में।
ठीक है, ओके।
ऐसा कर लो, बेटर है आपके लिए.
हम्म,
ठीक है, तो आप कहते हैं कि अक्टूबर तक सर्जरी हो जाए तो ठीक रहेगी,
करेक्ट.
या ज्यादा से ज्यादा लेट दिसंबर तक कर लें तो ठीक है?
I don't think so. I think you should still do it by October.
एंड ऑफ द अक्टूबर इज ओके।
Yeah.
जी।
Okay, Dr. Sir. Thank you very much. Okay, Koraji, thank you.
Thank you. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. Thank you so much for calling us. Yes, doctor. Shall we go to the next question?
Sure.
Can you explain and the enhancement and challenges of nakshatras?
Nakshatras, अभी आपको समझा दिया कि they are your personality, right? They shape who you are, why you are who you are. तो अब नक्षत्र की personality, how do we enhance and challenge, nakshatra's influence? Professional life पे नक्षत्र जिनके स्ट्रॉन्ग करियर पोटेंशियल होते हैं, फॉर एग्जाम्पल रोहिणी, पुष्य, मघा, दे हैव स्ट्रॉन्ग करियर पोटेंशियल्स. रोहिणी स्पेशली, अगर आप रोहिणी नक्षत्र में पैदा हुए हो, यू विल हैव क्रिएटिव एंड आर्टिस्टिक टैलेंट्स. देन वी टेल यू यू मस्ट फाइंड अ करियर इन आर्ट, luxury industries, design. It also brings growth and financial stability to people who follow this path. पुष्य नक्षत्र जो है, it is associated with nurturing and support. So nurturing and support में education, healthcare, counseling हो जाते हैं, right? हो जाते हैं, right? Go find a job in these fields, you will be better. Maga nakshatra, it is related with authority and leadership. So this will enhance careers in administration, politics, and roles which require decision making. See, Kulraj, these are very important because understand कि जिस नक्षत्र में आप पैदा हुए हो, they will really shape your personality. Plus, जब अच्छी दशा आती है, जब महादशा या अंतरदशा आती है of a planet which is placed in your beneficial nakshatra, you will see career growth. You will have many opportunities which are favorable for you. Jupiter's dasha in, let's say, Vishka nakshatra, जो success में है and expansion में है, will lead to significant career enhancement for you. Now, challenges कैसे आ सकती हैं? Nakshatras, some nakshatras also have potential for obstacles in your life. मैं 3 एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ. अश्लेषा नक्षत्र. Ashlesha Nakshatra is an intensive, secretive nature person. Then it will bring difficulties if you're working in teamwork, right? Because you're not being open with everybody. मूला नक्षत्र जो होता है वो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन और डिस्ट्रक्शन का नक्षत्र है. जब ऐसा नक्षत्र, let's say you take a partner who's from मूला नक्षत्र, he will all of a sudden quit and say, I don't want to work with you. I want to do my own thing. फिर ज्येष्ठा नक्षत्र होता है, which always challenges people who are above them, leading to conflicts and superiors. अगर ये 3 अश्लेषा, मूला, ज्येष्ठा नक्षत्र अगर 60 सती में चल रहे हैं, then they will be very harmful for you and for your career, right? They will bring struggle. They will bring professional challenges. So हम कहते हैं, please, for God's sakes, go to an astrologer who knows what they are doing. Go to somebody who knows the nakshatra. Go to somebody who can guide you and say, ये आपकी लाइफ का पाथ है, आपको ये करना चाहिए. If you are not happy, analyze it again. But there are so many options. ये नहीं है कुलराज कि you have रोहिणी नक्षत्र, so you must absolutely be working in this field. No, रोहिणी नक्षत्र है, 10th house है, 10th house lord है. We can do all of those things and tell you where there is potential for growth, how you will grow, correct? Do you agree?
Absolutely, I agree with you, doctor.
It's a very confusing. आज की थोड़ी topic difficult है because nakshatras, 10th house lord. All I'm trying to tell people is, again, you are doing your job, you are getting a job, you're losing your job. It is all written in the planets. You cannot fight them. You can only prepare for it. How would you feel if somebody told you in advance कि your bad time is about to come? You start preparing for it, ना? अगर आपको
That,
पहले पता होता कि आपकी जॉब जा रही है, it doesn't matter which other company you go to. You would have lost your job, but at least you could have prepared for it. Keep some
if
savings
you're
on the side.
prepared, if you're prepared, then you can plan properly, and उसका जो impact होता है, जो negative impact होता है, वो कम होता है, because you know कि ये होने वाला है.
And that's all I'm trying to tell people. Prepare for things in life That is our job, to tell you what is coming your way so you can guide them and tell them कि this is how things are going to work. At least take advice. आप दुनिया से advice लेते हो. How hard is it to take an advice from somebody who is good at what they do, who have
And
proven
I
record,
think that
credibility?
I can tell you one thing, that you are amazing, Dr. Saket Bhatia, and I have consulted you myself, and I think your knowledge, your experience, and see, I think बहुत लोग हैं, you see a lot of information on social media, but really to pinpoint and to study somebody's chart is a very, very special skill. And so, folks, if you need to ask, we still have a few minutes in the show. If you want to ask any question, you can call 732-668-3726 is the number. 732-668-3726. Or you can call after the show. You can call Dr. Saket Bhatia at 408-639-5300. His website, saketbhatia.com, or email him at info@saketbhatia.com. What about the impact of nakshatra during critical periods?
See, अभी तो कह दिया कि nakshatras can be good and nakshatras can be difficult. Then we're also trying to say कि दशा अच्छी होनी चाहिए. So impact of nakshatra can be threefold. First,
Mhm,
career decision, navigating challenges, and timing and planning. So
mhm,
career decision, choose the right time. When you are facing a career decision or transition, understand कि नक्षत्र का influence क्या है आपकी life पे.
mhm,
Because during that time, choosing a more auspicious period to go ahead and decide when to switch a job will be better for you.
mhm,
Nakshatras जो favorable होते हैं, they will support a smooth transition. Nakshatras जो difficult हैं, they will give you some hardships. How do you navigate challenges? If you're experiencing challenges due to nakshatra, then use remedies. Gemstones, mantra, puja सब होते हैं. They will also make nakshatras weak. आपने आज तक सुना है कि planets के लिए remedies होती हैं, पर नक्षत्र के लिए भी remedies होती हैं. Then why
mhm,
do people not do it? Because most astrologers don't understand the meaning of nakshatra. उन्हें पता ही नहीं नक्षत्र होता क्या है.
mhm,
They don't know how to explain it to you in simple words what nakshatra is. And finally, timing and planning. Planning a career move, जब नक्षत्र favorable है, will guaranteed lead to growth and stability and enhance your success. Nakshatra बहुत important है. Maybe we'll do a show on it once. We'll talk about nakshatra in general,
Good
and
idea.
you'll be
I like that.
you'll be surprised. You will be surprised. Abhi, tell me, so many people who end up in media, like yourself, right? आप media में हो, you are an RJ, you've done acting, you've done all that stuff. Why is it that most people I see who do that have very common nakshatra and a very common personality trait? Everybody who does acting on radio, they have to be outgoing, right?
Mhm.
They cannot be introverts. Do you agree?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
तो ये क्या है, ये कौन सी पर्सनालिटी है नक्षत्र की which makes you do that? ये हमने सीखना है, ये हमें पता करना है. And that's what we do. When we look and say, you have a strong nakshatra, you have a strong planet, you have a strong 10th house, you have a strong third house, go follow your heart. Astrology में एक simple सा rule होता है, जब आपका 10th lord 10th house में sun बैठा है, they used to say a government job would be very good for you. Believe me, I have seen hundreds of charts in which sun is placed in the 10th house and these individuals are working for the government. Whether it is healthcare, education, they're working for the government. Judges, lawyers, some form or the other, they work for the government. It's interesting how nakshatra and planet placements can do that for you. तो आपकी कुंडली में भी when we see your nakshatra is very common with people in your field. You're born in that field. You're supposed to do this. It's what makes you who you are.
Mhm,
Nakshatra important hai. We'll be out of time very soon, right?
mhm.
But
Yes, 2 minutes.
one,
Yeah.
one thing I want to talk with karmic pattern कि कर्म क्या होते हैं and why they cause job loss.
Mhm,
I want to just say in closing one thing, right?
mhm.
कि we encourage viewers to go meet astrologers so they get clarity on their career path. I'm using the word career path here. Career path is what should you be doing? You will understand with a good astrologer what your planetary influence is. और आपको एक tailor made advice मिलती है which tells you all the stuff related to your job. We encourage viewers to seek this guidance, which is highly beneficial for them. You don't have to keep jumping from one career to the other, but you figure out how you need to address challenges so you are more successful. By going to an astrologer, you gain clarity into your career path. You understand your planetary influences. आपको एक रेमेडीज की सजेशन मिल जाती है हाउ यू कैन मेक योर लाइफ बेटर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर आपका सन डिबिलिटेटेड है विच इज वेरी वीक, हाउ डू यू एक्सपेक्ट टू स्टार्ट अ बिजनेस एंड रन दैट कंपनी योरसेल्फ? You may be able to start, but somebody else will take over.
Mhm.
Correct? If your Mercury is weak, how will you do business? It is the planet of communication, the planet of business. How will you achieve success if that planet is weak? Difficult, right? By seeking personalized astrological consultation, you can unlock valuable insights and receive good, tailor made advice unique to your situation, which will help you overcome your challenges so you can get more success in life. यही कहना था हमको.
No, thank you so much, Dr. Saket Bhatia, and I'm sure all our listeners, viewers of Radio Zindagi, wherever you are, take advantage of the knowledge and experience and expertise of Dr. Saket Bhatia. Trust me, it could really benefit you. You might know somebody who is going through tough times. You can tell them that connect with Dr. Saket Bhatia. Log on to www.saketbhatia.com, or you can call him and make an appointment 408-639-5300. Email at info@saketbhatia.com. Trust me, this information can help you. I would really like to thank, at the behalf of Radio Zindagi and our whole team, thank you so much for your time, talking to our listeners, advising them, and going in detail of this science, astrology, numerology. And I think I fold my hands and say thank you, Dr. Saket Bhatia, for your information and for your time. We'll see you next week, Tuesday, right here on Radio Zindagi. Thank you so much. Till then, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye bye.
Bye.